I'm Mrs. Mason. I teach yearbook, and then it is a class, so I do have a group of 11 kids that are in the class working on this year's book. And this is Bethany Fincher. She is, we don't really have major editorial positions, but this year she is my business manager, so she handles all of our financing with book sales and ad sales, and then she is a photo intern for me as well. We did bring some copies of last year's book. We just got back a couple weeks ago from the Indiana High School Press Association conference in southern Indiana and found out that last year's book, because we go a year behind, we brought home 6 awards. They got a first place. Bethany got first place for her wrestling spread. We had a foreign exchange student that was on staff last year. She got a first place for her photography portfolio. The staff overall got 3rd place for our theme in the state, which we were really surprised that we got anything for our theme. So we thought it was good, but not that good.
Yeah.
We got 3 honorable mentions. One was for Sadra Long for her spread on student leadership. And the staff as a whole brought home an honorable mention for our people section, which is where all the student pictures are at. And then Fernanda Jimenez brought home a honorable mention for her feature writing story. So it was really nice to see them bring home some awards. Our first year out, and the first year kind of bringing the book back, which was really exciting. And then we brought kind of a little preview of next year's book. Bethany and Sadra Long actually spent 3 days at Ball State this summer, kind of planning ahead for this year's book. And our theme that they chose this year is What Matters. So they're going to look at all the different things that matter to our students and to our staff. So this is kind of a rough idea of what the cover is going to look like for next year as well. So, and we're excited. We're ahead of schedule. They just had a deadline last week.
4 months ahead of schedule.
We're about 4 months ahead of where we were last year. So they had their first deadline last week, and we have 16 pages done, which we did not have done until the 2nd week in January last year. So they're ahead, and they're working really hard. So.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you.
those look fabulous.
Thank you.
There isn't a school that would be proud of those.
Now, Bethany, is everything done digitally now? It's all digital?
Yeah. For the most part, we all work on Yearbook Avenue. We all have our login, and then all of it is on our spread. So we get assigned a spread, and we do it like we have a deadline in 2 weeks from this Wednesday where we are all supposed to have 2 more spreads done. Or is it 1 or 2?
It's one.
One
Per
more
group.
spread done per group, and then after that, we're going to up it to 2 spreads because it's honestly we can make it 2 spreads. So, like we're doing our cheerleading spread, and we're doing it a little different. We have like modules and then pictures, so we'll have like some feature stories and then alternative copy, and then we'll have pictures. So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely all digital now. It's a lot of fun.
I think you guys probably caught that Bethany this is an internship for her this year. So
Yeah.
as an intern, what all does that involve? What kinds of things do you do, Bethany?
Since I'm business manager, the ad contracts we do, we're going out and selling ads to the businesses. I put in all the ads into the computer. I go copy the checks and pin them to it, and then we make deposits. And so I do that. And then if she needs anything else copied for any of her other classes or anything done, I do that. So I'm pretty much, I do whatever she tells me to do. I'll work on our yearbook if we're behind on something, then I can work on it. If another maestro group needs help, then I'll help them on their spread. Just little odds and end jobs.
You're a senior this year.
Yeah.
How does this enter into your plans for the future?
I'm in an internship all year. Next semester, I'm going to be working in the special needs room. So I want to do something with either children or special needs, and then as a major, and then I want a minor in photography. So we were going to do a photo portfolio and enter it in at the IHSPA, but we didn't get to stay the night, so I couldn't do it. But we're going to do one in for Ball State. So, I mean, I'm getting the best of both worlds because I'll still be doing yearbook in the spring, but I'll also be doing my internship in the special needs room. And then I'll be getting a job, hopefully at a daycare in Rochester that works with special needs children.
So it sounds like you know what direction you want to head in.
Yeah.
Very good. Mrs. Mason, thank you very much. This is an outstanding product that we'll all be very, very proud of. I know it doesn't happen without some strong leadership.
they have room for improvement. And she is one of my floaters.
114.
Her and the kids from last year on staff are really stepping up this year. So it's much less me with the leadership, which is where I want it to go. I want them to be the ones, saying, this is what we're doing, this deadline's coming up, and I've seen probably 3 or 4 of the kids on staff last year really step up and start doing that, which is nice. So I tell them all the time that, this is not my job, this is your job, this is your deadline, this is what you should be doing. So
Well, it's got to be a little easier this year after seeing what you did produce last year, and
Right.
say, wow, we can do this.
And we know what to improve on. We're
Well-
teaching everyone where the spell check button is this year.
Well, if you need spell check, there's several.
We said we were going to give them our book. I went through the book and I found like 107 errors. Spelling errors, grammar errors, and we were kind of embarrassed. So we're teaching everyone where the spell check button is this year.
yeah, and we said they could just come in and
Yeah,
we'll
it's
have
like-
them proof our pages. We'll just
We
send
got
them right
full
over.
copy editors. Come in Yearbook, it's fun.
Okay, when you kids get to high school, you know what job's gonna wait you.
It is a lot of fun.
Mrs. Mason will be back to see us in December with a presentation with some students on the Riddick Review, the high school newspaper.
The new old, we used to have.
Well, yeah, but it'll be a little different, I think, than what
New and
we're
improved.
used to. Yeah.
Thank you.